Here's an old scale. Now, this scale was put in the 1920s, presumably. Now, look at this thing right here. Look at this. Okay, I'm standing on it right now. It's old, no springs. It has the weights on it, etc. Right? You have it down here. You can change your weight ratio, 500 pounds, so on and so forth. You pull this lever here, and it goes to the thousands. Of course, me standing on it's not going to show anything. But what I'm trying to tell you, it's really cool to see different buildings doing different things in them. Okay. Now, this building was built in the 1920s. All right. It has the old New York elevators, and I'll show you that sometime on a video. It has a bank safe down in the basement. But the interesting thing is, I'm going to ask you this. What happened in the 1920s? Well, the great stock market crash, right? 1928, 29. World War II. Adolf Hitler was marching on Europe when this building was around. I mean, that's crazy to think about, isn't it? Now, this is an old warehouse, and it's like 13,000 square feet. And it has a lot of history. And then the brewery, of course, is next door to my building. And sometime I'll give my viewers a tour of it. But the old New York elevator with the old wooden dowel rod safety cages are still on it. But I'm going back to the question. If the walls could talk, what would you see? What would they say? And that's the interesting question. We go to old buildings and we don't realize, the stock market crash, Adolf Hitler, if it was before the 1920s, basically built in, Korean War, Vietnam War, the big computer boom. There was no computers at the time, you know what I mean? And it's interesting to think about if the walls could speak. As a matter of fact, I'm tearing down some shelves now. I'm pulling them out and putting them in the basement. And it's interesting because the old company that was here originally, they had shelves and they have people's names on them, Carrie, etc., written on the shelves. And you think about it, well, who was Carrie? And you really don't know. Now, of course, the family that owned the building here, his son and the son and his wife now have some history about the building. And I'll talk about that later in the subjects. But you work on these things, whatever it might be, and you look at the old plumbing or your shelves or building or etc., whatever's there, and you think about it, or window, and you say, my God, who or what person was it? What was their name that looked through the window? Who were these people that worked here? Let's just say you had a camera set up in the corner and you watched people at fast replay walking through the building. And to me, it always makes me think, well, who was there? What were they like? Who were they? And that's the only thought I have right now. Just something to think about, really. The people that the walls and the building had seen, who were they? Thank you for watching Cowboy Philosophy, and thank you for being patient. I haven't put out videos in a little while. But I'd like to say to you, as the viewer, thank you. I appreciate everything that you do. And again, be positive and have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching.